Let us speak of Krittika Nakshatra, the third one, falls in the sign of Aries, but going into Taurus, dominantly within Taurus. So, what do you think when you think of Kritika? What will you think of? Determined and ambitious, leadership qualities, fiery and energetic, discerning and critical thinkers. Kritika is very sharp, very discerning, protective and nurturing. These are the characteristics, you might say. But what about the instinct and the totem level? What about the animal and the bird within Krittika Nakshatra? Let us get into it. Before we get into the nakshatra, let us examine what the instinct houses mean in Vedic astrology. What could it be? It's marked over there, number 1, house number 1, house number 4, house number 5, house number 8, and house number 12 as marked there. You should check the planets or the lords of the houses and which nakshatra they reside in to get the instinctual level of things, because we are only working with instinct and totems in this series here for every nakshatra. So the first house or the ascendant represents the head, the self, one's personality, physical body, thinking process, intuition and logic, self-identity and expression. The fourth house is associated with the heart center, home, family, emotional contentment, homeland, local community. It can provide information about a person's instinctual need for security, comfort, and their home surroundings and relationship to all these areas of life. That's house number 4. Look at how house number 1 and 4 become very instinctual. Okay? Maybe you never thought of that. House number 5 is associated with the navel chakra, the belly button, the creative intelligence, the self-expression as identity, your courtship behaviors in romance and such, learning and intelligence and intellectual bent of mind. Where does your mind go? That's house number 5, creative intelligence. It also means children and therefore instinctual parenting attributes. It also means past life karma. House number 8 is associated with the root chakra, the sexual center. Your innate sense of security. What does it mean to be secure for you? Are you feeling secure or insecure? House number 8 will tell the story. Handling of changes of life. Everybody's life has changes as they go through it, right? How do you handle those changes is the attributes of the 8th life instinct. It also means hidden truths. It also dictates the type as well as the intensity and instincts regarding your copulatory experiences. What does it mean, copulatory experiences? How do you deal with sex? What does it mean to have sex with another person for you individually? How do you experience it? That's 8th house matter. That's also, like you very well know, it's all instinct based. So the Lord of the 8 and the Lord of the 8 nakshatra, for example, if you see that, that will dictate the instinct level. House number 12 is next. House number 12 is associated with subconscious mind psychology. Your dream time, what do you dream? Your hidden desires, exploration of the psychic and the hidden realms. That's 12th house. Last one, the moon placement house. Where is the moon placed in your chart? It may be placed in any one of these houses, 1, 4, 5, 8, and 12, or it may be placed as the lord of one of these in some other houses. It doesn't matter where the moon is placed, but the moon's nakshatra is vital to consider when you talk about instinct, especially emotional instinct and reactivity of a person. Okay? Now let's get into nakshatras. Let us examine the core instinctual characteristics and totems of Krittika Nakshatra. The third nakshatra, which falls in the sign of Aries, the first pada going next three padas into Taurus. Here we'll dominantly examine the Taurian side. It's ruled by Agni, so there's a lot of fire in Kritika, a lot of transformation in Kritika. Okay. Let us start with the instinct of the animal and the bird representation of Kritika. Krittika Nakshatra is represented by Peacock as the bird and goat as the animal. So let's start with the instinct, the top two boxes you see here. So peacock, what is the instinctual nature of a peacock? Innate beauty display. Male peacocks have an instinctual drive to display their vibrant, striking plumage during courtship to attract the peahens. Territorial instinct. Peacocks may exhibit territorial behavior to establish and defend their mating territories. In these shifting energies, we need to understand the instinct level from where we are operating as humans in order to make the shift in a graceful, nice way. Social behavior. Peacocks are social birds often found in small flocks or groups, especially during non-breeding seasons. Mating and courtship instincts, especially if the lord of your eighth is sitting in Kritika, this will be a dominant characteristics. Both male and female peafowls exhibit instinctual mating and courtship behaviors, with male displaying their tail feathers, which is a well-known thing about peacocks, the bright feathers, and females selecting the mates based on these displays. This is typical behavior in animal and bird kingdom, isn't it? Vocalization and calls. Peacocks have a range of vocalization, including their iconic calls, which are part of their instinctual communication and courtship behavior. What about goats on the other side, the animal? Herbivorous diet. Goats are herbivores with a natural instinct to graze on a variety of plants, shrubs, and grasses. Gregarious nature. Goats are naturally social animals found in herds, displaying strong need for social interaction and companionship. Mating and reproduction. Once again, Lord of the Eight. Goats have an instinctual mating and reproductive behaviors with seasonal breeding patterns. Once again, typical to animals, nothing big there. Foraging and climbing skills. This is unique to a goat. It's well known. There are lots of YouTube videos on that. Goats have a natural ability to forage and climb steep and rugged terrain, making them adaptable to various environments. This could give you a skill. You've got a climbing instinct. They may be even climbers if the ascendant is in Kritika. Right? Communication through vocalizations. Lord of the fifth house. Goats use vocalizations such as bleating to communicate with other goats in their herd, conveying information and expressing emotions. So now let's take a combination. Let's take a call of how this ties into the life lesson of Kritika. Using internal fuel, goals and targets to ignite internal fire and transform your life, productive energy to others. Kritika, you have an internal fire. You need to use this fire to be able to be productive to others. And what is that internal fuel? These instincts might give a clue about what your instinct level of functioning is, apart from the houses, apart from the planets, and so on and so forth. Okay? So we need to see that particular aspect. Now let's get into the totem part of it. See, the totem part of it signifies the deeper meaning, not just the instinct level. You might say it's a deeper level of understanding the instinct itself. You see what I'm saying? So let's see the Totem meaning of peacock, beauty and elegance. Peacocks are known for their stunning, vibrant plumage. Their totem meaning emphasizes the importance of embracing beauty, creativity, and elegance in one's life. Confidence and self expression. Peacocks display their feathers proudly, symbolizing self confidence and the need to express oneself authentically and boldly using internal fuel. That's your internal fire, Kritika. Vision and awareness. The distinctive eye pattern on a peacock's feathers is associated with vision and heightened awareness. The transformative eye, you might say. Their totem may inspire individuals to see situations from multiple angles and gain a deeper understanding of their surroundings. Krittika Nakshatra has a very sharp tongue. They are very discerning in their approach. They can understand things very quick. Okay, they have got a powerful discernment. It's ruled by Agni. Resplendence and exuberance. Peacock's vibrant display symbolizes enthusiasm, celebration, and exuberance. Their totem meaning can encourage individuals to embrace moments of joy and celebration. It's good to have a peacock as a symbol in your house. If you are Kritika dominant, for example, let us see what the goats have as a totem symbol. Independence and self-reliance. Goats are often seen as independent, self-reliant animals, symbolizing the importance of personal autonomy and the ability to rely on one's own resources, determination and perseverance. Goats are known for their ability to climb steep, challenging terrain, embracing challenge with ease, I might say. Their totem meaning reflects determination, perseverance, and willingness to overcome obstacles in life. Sacrifice and nurturing. In various cultures, goats have been associated with sacrifice and nurturing. Their totem may represent willingness to make sacrifices for the well-being of others, importance of caring for loved ones. I can think of that particular life lesson over here. Using internal fuel to ignite your internal fire to transform your life. Into brackets, productive energy to others. Look at that, how closely it ties into sacrifice and nurturing. Right? Playfulness and curiosity. Goats are known for their playful, curious nature, encouraging individuals to approach life with a sense of curiosity, childlike curiosity, and willingness to explore new experiences. Fertility and abundance. Goats are often seen as a symbol of fertility and abundance. Their totem may represent potential for growth, prosperity, and creativity in one's life. Let's take a step back. Let's think of Krittika Nakshatra and all of these instincts that it possesses, because this is the symbol given to us by the ancients, the peacock and the goat, as Krittika Nakshatra, as the totem symbols and instincts. When we speak of innate talent, which is buried in us, especially if Kritika is dominant in your natal chart, this is what defines you as a person. In the next one, let's take up the fourth nakshatra. After Kritika, I think it's a Rohini, within Taurus, strongly within Taurus, and always try to combine the zodiac energy along with nakshatra energy, the life lesson, and the instinct. You see how complex this gets. This is the deep level of esoterics understanding, folks. This is not at the superficial level. I'll see you in the next. In the meantime, thanks for listening, watching, and be safe, be awesome.